students, welcome back. Today we are going to study a new topic, which is writing a speech. Your first expression will be, "Oh, it is such a boring thing to learn," when it is so boring to listen to it. As many hate listening to speeches, but there are many who will agree to me that we have had many great orators and we listen to them and we are in awe when we hear them speak. These orators have the knack to mesmerize the listeners with their speeches. Well, you may ask then, why should we write a speech when we are basically supposed to speak? Well, let me remind you, before we deliver it, we draft it and check it out if it is meant for the right audience in front of whom we are going to speak and if it covers the subject matter. Not every person has the caliber or potential to be an orator. It is an inborn skill or developed through years of practice. But a true orator is the one who speaks from his heart, and whatever he speaks reaches the heart of the audience. Before we proceed to the topic, let us hear our late President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, addressing the gathering.
Dear friends, I am very happy to be with you on this day of Swami Vivekananda's birthday. So birthday is a very important birthday for India and also for this planet. You know, I have studied many of the books on Swami Vivekananda, and also I have had a lot of discussion with the experts. But one thing I want to share with you today, with all your ignited mind on Swami Vivekananda's birthday, what impressed me are two-line statements of Swami Vivekananda, and very rarely spoken those words. So I want to repeat the youth what he said. He is a spiritual leader of great might and representing the whole India, they are a spiritual leader. What he says, I want to read to you what he says. He said, my name, Swami Vivekananda ji says, my name should not be made prominent. These are my ideas that I want to be realized. So very rarely a human being, a leader, a people's leader, a spiritual leader will say, not my name, but my ideas that I want to be realized. So beautiful. So today what we need, the great ideas. How the great ideas really will make us, after all, ideas comes from, where from it comes. First we have to have a vision, a goal, and then a dream. If you have a dream, then thoughts will come, ideas will come. If thoughts come, then what comes next? What comes next? Action. Action will come next, is it not? So all of you is going to repeat with me. Dream transforms into thoughts. Thoughts result into action.
What is a speech? A speech is made to convey information verbally to a large gathering of people, forcefully and convincingly to convince the listeners to the speaker's point of view. Let us check the layout now. Salutation. The speaker greets a chief guest, audience, fellow speakers, important people present depending on the need. Second thing, the key sentence. This carries the central theme or issue of the speech. Body of the speech must express one's views, what you feel about the topic, compare and contrast what others feel and why your views are better. Last, summing up. Conclude by summing up arguments that highlight your viewpoint. Points to remember. A speech must begin with a catchy introduction in the form of an anecdote, quotation, statistical data, or a thought-provoking question. What is this anecdote? Anecdotes are stories based on personal experiences. Second point, a speech must be written in a persuasive and powerful language. Third, it must reflect the speaker's clarity of thought, accuracy of facts, and a balanced opinion through comparison and contrast with others' viewpoints. Fourth point, infuse humor through anecdotes. Fifth point, the speech must bring credibility to views through quoting of adequate supporting data or illustrations. Sixth point, summing up or consolidation of ideas, suggestions, measures to improve the situation, personal observations and predictions must be made. Vote of thanks to the audience must be given at the end. Eighth point, the speech must be written in the appropriate format and style. Ninth, keep within the word limit. Let us see the marking scheme of the speech. Format, opening address and conclusion carries 1 mark. The content carries 3 marks. Expressions consist of grammatical accuracy, appropriate words and spellings, coherence and relevance of ideas and style, 4 marks. Total marks are 8. Tips to be followed while writing a speech. Let us see. Use language suitable for the audience that you are addressing. Second, use quotes wherever necessary. Third one, write in paragraphs. Fourth one, be an inquisitive and well-read individual. Fifth point, plan before you pen down your ideas. Sixth, pay attention to your presentation. Seventh, double check for grammatical accuracy and spellings. 8th point, leave adequate lines in the paragraphs for neatness. Underline the main points. And last point, always have a few general quotes handy. This shows your preparedness for the speech. In the forthcoming slides, you can read the excerpts from the speeches given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Narayan Murthy, Nelson Mandela, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and Rabindranath Tagore. Just a few lines convey such a deep message, then just imagine how powerful must be their speeches. History has created many great orators, and it will create more and leave an undeniable impressions on our minds and our thoughts. Before we conclude this topic, I would like to tell you students that when we write a speech in favor or against a certain topic, it becomes a debate. There is not much difference between a speech and a debate. Only thing is that in a debate, we talk only on one particular topic. Either it is for the topic or it is against the topic. With this, we end this particular speech writing. Till we see again. Bye-bye.